everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Emma H and today we're gonna talk about a Korean drama called Can This Love Be Translated? And again, I know this is a K-drama, but this year I'm expecting a lot from the K-drama world, the entertainment world from Korea. So I was really excited to watch this drama because if you like slow burn dramas, personally, I can watch slow burn K dramas, but I cannot read slow burn romance books. In books, I just have to be kept entertained and the storyline has to change a lot quicker. But when it comes to dramas, I can tolerate a lot better, and this might be a slow burn drama, but it was worth it. It was worth it. I loved it. I loved everything of it because it's a slow burn, and plus, we see the main characters traveling the world together. And you might be wondering how that happens. So let's start with the drama. This drama is a romantic comedy that premiered on Netflix on January 16, 2026, and it has become a topic of attention, and it has been gaining a lot of attention because of the storyline that we haven't seen before. And when I make a video, I always say like, this is never seen before, this is never seen before. But I think they are working on the K-dramas drama storylines to make it really better and better. So we don't see much of a cliche in K-dramas anymore, and I'm expecting a lot this year. Like I said, they are changing things and I love it because while changing things, experimenting, we get to see a lot of things from them, and we get to see the actors and actresses acting abilities, and we love it, of course. One of the main topics other than the storyline of this drama was, of course, our female lead's visuals in the drama, because her makeup, her hair was perfect in this drama and it really suited her. And in this drama, she doesn't have just one role. So when I say this, it might be a bit of a spoiler, but as an actress, she does a really good job of portraying her psychological self when she's not herself. So let's talk about it to this extent. I don't know how much I'm gonna talk about, but we're gonna see how it's gonna end, or no, I don't know. So let's talk about the characters, and let's start with the female character because she's like looking beautiful with her makeup and hair. So let's start to talk about her. The character's name is Chamuhi, and the actress playing this role is called Go Yoon Jung. She really was on the top tier with her acting abilities in this drama. I personally watched Alchemy of Souls, and in her acting wise, I was like, okay, this woman acts great, okay, this is great. But in this one, we get to see like, it is not a usual acting, because when you start to act like your psychological self of a character, it is a lot different, right? Because to the outside you portray a lot different image than yourself, or maybe you don't know any of these persons around you, so you act differently, but your psychological self is always the same, and it is always like free spirited, like a bit angry, always passionate, knows what she or he wants. Your psychological self is a lot different than how you portray yourself. And in this one, she did a really good job about portraying her character's psychological self, and she acted perfectly. And I was able to, like, when I saw her acting, of course her style changes when she acts about the psychological character, about this one, but you were able to tell without the makeup or the hair, because the makeup style changes and it goes a lot darker in eye makeup, a lot smokier. The hair is a lot like more cooler, not like always down or something. She ties it up usually when the character's in her psychological self. So even without the hair and makeup, I was able to see who she was portraying as a character, like without even seeing how she looks. So her acting was great, and as always, Kim Sono as Joo Ho-jin was great as well. And if I were to explain his character, let's start with the characters. Joo Ho-jin is a multi-language speaker. He can speak Korean, it is his mother language. He was born with that one. And then he can speak Japanese, Italian, and then English. So he can talk a lot of the languages that you see. And in this drama, coincidentally, after the first scene that we don't know where we are, after the first scene, we see them together in Japan. So this man is able to help the female character, Chamuhi, when she travels there. So if we were to start with the first scene, we just see Chamuhi in a really fancy dress, walking up a castle. And she has a camera on her hand, like a GoPro. And she's walking up the castle, she's smiling, and she's like, okay, we have arrived at the castle. The view is amazing, I love it. And after talking about the view, we see a man coming up, and this man is talking in Japanese. And he's a Japanese actor, we know that one. So we are like, okay, what's the relation between them? And then after they talk, we see the translator, who is Hojin, as behind the scenes. He's translating their words to each other, and we are thinking, is it their first time meeting the actor, Japanese actor, and Chamuhi? Is that their first time? Or we don't know what's happening at the first scene. So after talking for a while and Hojin translating it without a mistake, like excellently, in the end, the Japanese actor confesses his love to Chamuhi, and the translator, our translator, Joo Ho-jin, is like, doesn't know what to say. We don't see him, we don't see his reaction, but he's not talking. We don't know if this is a technical problem or not, but he's not talking. Chamuhi is like, Hojin-shi, can you translate? I don't know what he's saying. Can I do my final comments now? I have memorized all of my things. Can I do it now? Hojin-shi, what are you doing? And after a while, he speaks and says that he has confessed his love. And Chami is like, okay, me too. And after that, the scene cuts off and we don't know what is going on, of course. Like I said, after the scene cuts, we see Chamuhi, our female lead, and Joo Ho-jin, our male lead, in Japan. They are not together, but they coincidentally meet each other in Japan. So, Ho-jin is here for a translating job. There's a famous writer that is coming to Japan to be able to market his book to the Japanese audience, and is like, there's a conference, he's helping with that one. Hojin is there for a reason. And after that, Chamuhi is there for vacation, just like traveling the world. She's just going to Japan, living her life, and that's it. But she has a purpose of being there. Something happened in Korea. She had a boyfriend for a few years, and he just disappeared on her. And as long as she knows, to the extent she knows that he has a Japanese restaurant in Japan. So she goes there to confront him, to say like, what are you doing here? Why are you not answering my calls? We broke up, I know, but you just posted a picture with a caption being like new beginnings, and there were women around you. I don't know what's going on. And she must have felt lonely, right? So she's there to be like, what are you doing with your life? So she comes to Japan, and when she comes in the restaurant, we see her like talking to a woman, and she thinks this is the woman that her ex-boyfriend is dating, but it is not the case. And after a medical emergency, and they were on the same train, our male lead and female lead were on the same train, and after a while we see her and him going into the same restaurant, and of course the male lead is a translator. Juhojin is a translator, and they're in Japan. He knows Japanese, he knows Italian, and after meeting an Italian family in the train, they come in together to the restaurant being like, this is the best one, they have a really famous noodle. So they come together, but after a while, when they're just about to get their bowls and just eat their noodles, they have a medical emergency. The family has a child, a young child, a son, and he has something stuck on his throat, so he's like not feeling well. He's constantly and he's not able to breathe. They call the ambulance, but it's a really narrow road, so they're saying the ambulance can't come in here, so you have to go to the main road while carrying him. And Johojin is like, okay, I'm gonna carry him, no problem. And he carries and gives the child to the ambulance, and he's like, okay, if you need me, just make a call, I will make translations for you. If you need anything, please call me. And after that, when he was leaving with the child on his hands, like that he's carrying to the main road, they learned each other, like the male character and the female character, Chamuhi and Johojin learns that they are both Korean, and they're like, okay, you were Korean? They recognize each other as nationality wise, and they're like, okay, you're Korean, I'm Korean, we can talk in Korean, I don't know any Japanese, maybe you can help me. Chamuhi is feeling like that. She's like, okay, someone knows Japanese and Korean at the same time, I can talk finally, because she doesn't know any Japanese. She's just using AI to make translations to other people, and she's there for a reason, like I said, right? She's there to confront a man, her ex-boyfriend. So she's like, okay, that's good. And when he is leaving for the medical emergency, she's like, okay, I will look after your things, like your bag and your books, don't worry, just go. And Jordan is like, okay, I'm gonna go. After this one, Chamuhi just waits in front of the restaurant and feeling like, when is he gonna come? Like, she's waiting for him, and she's like looking bored. So after Jordan arrives, after giving the child to the ambulance, he's like, thank you for taking care of my stuff. Thanks. And Chamuhi is like, I have seen that you can both talk in Korean and Japanese and Italian and in English. So can you help me out with something? I just really need your help. I was gonna use AI, but that's not gonna be sincere enough. So I just need your help. Can you come with me to make some translations? I need your help. And Georgian is like, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna talk about? Like with the owner, you're gonna talk with the owner. And Chamui is like, I had an ex-boyfriend and he had posted a picture saying like new beginnings or something, and I come here to say that was he cheating on me, or what is he doing now? I'm just curious if he is well because I cannot contact him at all. And Georgian is like, okay, I will do it, but you can't swear or anything. You just have to compose yourself, not to get too angry, okay? And after that, they call the woman that the ex-boyfriend is actually in a relationship with. And when the woman comes, Chamuhi sees her belly and she's visibly pregnant, like at least 7 months. She's visibly pregnant, like. Chamuhi just looks at her and says, how months is she? And Georgia makes a translation. The woman says 7 or 8 months, and Chamuhi's like, okay. I can't even say anything. I think he was cheating on me because it was less than 8 months that we broke up. So Chami just turns around and goes, she's really frustrated and really angry. Just because she is pregnant, she doesn't want to do anything to that woman at all because, you know, if something happens, she's gonna feel really bad herself. So after that, Chamuhi just storms out of the restaurant and Georgian is like, okay, have a good day. And when he's about to leave, the woman says that, is she looking for the man? She says the name and it is her ex-boyfriend. And Georgian is like, yeah. The woman says, if she's looking for him, he's not around. He went to a work-related vacation for 2 days. He's not here. And the child is not his. It is from my ex-husband. I just don't want her to misunderstand or anything. That's it. Can you just relay these messages to her? And Georgian is like, okay. After going to Chamahi, Georgian is like, okay, she said this and this and that. And Chamahi is like, should I talk to her? Should I not talk to her? She's just thinking about it. And Georgian is like, let's go inside. And then inside they talk about everything, and turns out Chamuhi was the other woman. She was the other woman. So after learning about it, she's just feeling really sad, and then they go out of the restaurant together. She just cried for a little while but didn't want the pregnant woman to see her, so Johojin just hugged her, and when he was hugging her, she cried a little bit and she was fine after a while. And what the woman said was, she must have been so lonely to come all the way to here to catch his ex-boyfriend. But even from the beginning, we were together first after I was divorced from my ex-husband. We were together after college and we had a really long relationship. And she talks about this and Chami is like, okay, I don't want to know. Please don't make a translation. She just knows that she's gonna be hurt. So she just makes an assumption that she's the other woman as well. And Georgian is like, okay, you understand. Let's go outside. And outside, after feeling refreshed for a while with the new air outside, they're just like, okay, have a good day. Thanks for your help. I don't know how I came across you, but you really helped me a lot. I couldn't do this without you. And Georgian is like, it's okay. Have a good day as well. And they part ways. But they're they're traveling in the same like town, so they're going around the same shops and same restaurants, so they're bound to see each other after a while, right? And Jojen gets a call after like an hour or something, and it is the Italian family in the restaurant who had a medical emergency, and they're saying, thanks for your help. You helped us a lot. We wouldn't have been able to like communicate with them if it was not for you. So thanks. And we had a reservation to a restaurant, and if you want to go, it's for 2 people. You can go with the woman on the restaurant that I think you were both the same nationality. It seemed like you knew each other or recognized each other. You can go with her or you can go alone. I don't know. It is a 2 people reservation at the restaurant. I just want you to go to that restaurant and just enjoy it because we are thankful. This is our present to you. And when he's talking to the phone, he comes across Chamuhi. We see Chamuhi again, and she's like, "Oh, translator, hi, Johojin hi." And after he hangs up the phone, he's like, "It is the Italian family. They said they have a 2 people reservation to a restaurant, and they want us to go together because it seemed like we knew each other. Do you want to go to the reservation together?" And Chama is like, "Okay, I don't have anything else to do. I came alone to this trip as well, so we might as well go. It doesn't matter for me." And let me say this, both of them struggle with vertigo. Like, they don't know where to go and how to go. They don't know the ways. Of course, if it was in Korea, it would have been a lot easier, right? Because it is their hometown, home country. But this one, even though Hojin knows Japanese, it is hard for you to go in one place to another place while walking, looking at the maps, trying to figure out where to go. So it is hard. So they were gonna be lost for a minute, and there was a train track. And when the train is coming, they just lower the things, right? To stop people from going into the tracks, to make them know that the train is coming. So Jamihi was going faster and was like, really, like, she is feeling that the restaurant is that way, but the Georgian is feeling the restaurant is that way. When they were talking about that, Jamihi walked for a while and they were just 10 steps ahead of each other, and Jamihi was across the train tracks. And when the train was coming, Hojin was at the other side of the train tracks. So they were like looking at each other, waiting for the train to come and pass so they can finally go to the restaurant, because Chamuhi is so sure that the restaurant is there. She's just being stubborn. And Johojin is being stubborn as well. And Chamuhi goes around to ask people in English with a broken English, like, "This restaurant, do you know where this is?" And the people are like, "Yeah, there." So Chame is feeling like she is right, and she's not a new actress. In the drama itself, she's an actress, but she just plays minor roles in her career. So even if it's in a big work, she had played minor roles. So she's not really well known in Korea right now. So she says that if I was right, you were gonna follow me on Instagram. So I'm right. The restaurant is that way, so you have to follow me. I have shown you my Instagram or something. And when they are waiting for the train to pass, a call comes to Juhojin's phone, and he's like, "I had a fight with, I don't remember the woman's name, but It is Juhojin's first crush, and this crush has not ended. He has been in this love triangle for a long time, but it is not a triangle because it's one-sided. So he had a crush, but then that woman went ahead and dated her older brother. So his older brother is calling to say that we fought with her, and can you go look around from her Instagram? I saw that she was there as well in Japan. Can you go check up on her? And after knowing the relations of the woman and Johojin, Jamo is like, okay, go. You should go and see her. You should confess to her. Like, it has been years since you have had this crush. And Johojin is like, are you sure? Do you want me to go? We were gonna go to the restaurant. And Chamo is like, go. I totally support it. Just don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And that's it. After that, they don't see each other or anything like that. They just don't communicate because they don't have each other's numbers. They have just seen each other in Japan. They talked for a bit. They were gonna go to a restaurant, but they have no way to communicate with each other if he does not follow her on Instagram and she saws it and recognize him. So that's it for the Japan trip. So the scene cuts off and we see this minor actress having minor roles see her first major role happening with an incredible director, and everyone is saying like, this director is so weird, but the audience loves his style of this movie. It is a comedy and a thriller at the same time. So it is not the usual romantic comedy, so it is gonna take up a lot of attention. They are feeling like this, and they film some scenes together, and it is almost at the end of the filming. So the movie is gonna finish after a few scenes, but the director is having a fight with the stunt double of Chamuhi, and they're like, okay, Chamuhi, are you gonna be able to do this stunt? Because we are having a fight, and she's saying like she can't do it or something. They're just fighting. So Chamuhi is like, okay, I will do the stunt myself. It's okay. It is the final scene. It is the final stunt. And she's not a professional at doing stunts, but they have promised her to do it just one time. Even if it's bad, they're gonna edit it. Even if it's bad, they're gonna edit it. So just do it one time. It is gonna be done immediately. They have a rehearsal and they're like, okay, after 3, 2, 1, you're just gonna smile at the camera, have a poker face, and then fall down from the apartment. And the apartment is like 4, 5 floors. I don't know exactly, but it is a high building. So the final scenes has come, and while doing the stunt, she falls onto the ground, and we are feeling like, is she gonna die? What is happening to her? Is she gonna die? She cannot die. It is our female lead. She cannot die, right? We just see blood coming through her head, and we see her at the hospital. We are like, is she gonna live? Is she gonna be okay? And after she wakes up, she's a global superstar. Everybody knows her. She's on the news, globally on the news, not just in Korea. She's famous in everywhere. So now she was a actress but not known in anywhere of the world. But now everyone knows her. So overnight, it's not overnight. I think she has been in the coma for like a month or 2 months. So after a while, she wakes up, but it feels like it hasn't been a lot for her because she was always sleeping in a coma. It just feels like a day, a night to herself. So she feels like she became a superstar overnight, and she's feeling overwhelmed with all of these things because She didn't have anything before as an actress, but now they're treating her with such care, and she's like, okay, these are some expensive jewelries, I can't go to the toilet with them. These are Chanel, these are Gucci, these are Dior, I can't do anything in them. Let me just get this off of me. And her manager is like, Nuna, you should get used to this. This is your life now. You're a superstar. Everybody knows you. You're famous. And Tamami is like, yeah, I am famous. Okay. I will just trust myself and trust the process as well. And just like that, that's over for today. I'm gonna talk to this extent because I don't want to give too much of a spoilers, but our drama starts with that, and I think it is a really interesting drama. I loved it. It has been a while since I have watched some travel themed drama as well. And it is a slow burn. If you're interested in love slow burns, you should go and check it out. And Go Eun Jung is a beautiful woman. Just so you know. She's famous for that as well. She went viral for that, her styling and hair and makeup. So if you saw edits of the drama, and just really curious about what is going on in this drama, you should check it out. And that's it for today. I will see you guys next week. Please don't forget to support me by subscribing to my channel and liking this video. I will see you guys next week.